Hey loves, happy Sunday. This is Intention Setting and Self-Care, video 9. Plan your meals to support your energy. Food affects how you feel. Planning meals reduces stress. If we can plan our meals every single week, at least one meal a day, so 7 meals, you are just closer and closer to meeting your macros, getting the amount of protein, carbs, and vegetables, fiber that you need in your diet. So planning at least one meal per day for the week is crucial for less stress and to make sure you're getting in your protein intake. Nourishment supports focus. Fuel impacts everything. Nourishing your body will just impact your whole day, your whole week. If you can nourish yourself in proper ways, you have the energy to take on more tasks and to effectively be better in the gym, in your hobbies, in your work, everything. What you fuel yourself with will impact your whole life. So make sure to get lots and lots of protein. Simple meals save mental energy. Simple meals, just straightforward, some type of protein source, carb source, and fiber. Just really thinking of that plate. So you guys could have like protein as one of your biggest portions. You can even have a salad as your next biggest portion if there was a circle. Half protein, half salad. Sometimes if you make a salad, it ends up being enough carbs, which is kind of crazy, but so you don't really need to have an extra carb source. But you could have like quinoa, which is the leanest, best carb, or rice, preferably whole grain. But you guys could see when you guys are making your plates, you guys can really tell. You can even have this whole portion a salad, whole half of it a salad, and then a protein source and a carb source. You can play with this as much as you like. Over time, you want to figure out who you are when you eat. Like, people have certain diets they stick by and they actually live by. It becomes their lifestyle. Some people don't, but they still track their macros, so they know how much protein they're getting in versus fiber and carbs. So you guys can play with this, and this might take you time. I've tried pretty much every single diet, so I know that it's really fun when you start to do this, because you start to figure out, oh, when I do this diet, I feel like this. And as you go throughout life, you'll feel like what's best for you. Consistency supports digestion. The more consistent you are with eating this protein, these carbs, fiber, staying consistent in meal prepping every single you using the restroom properly, not being backed up, your flow is faster, meaning you're getting everything out of your body, you're detoxing your body quicker, means you feel lighter, you look thinner over time, the more consistent you are. Gut health is really important. The weekly reset. Decide meals lightly. Decide your meals with ease, with less friction. If you already know how to make a meal and you've been making a meal for like years now and it's just simple to you, it's easy to you, then start with that being your meal prep, just because it's already simple and easy to make. For example, like a pasta is so simple, noodles, sauce, and maybe some like mushrooms or like toppings and some sort other things on top of it if you want. But really start simple just to get you in that habit of like meal prepping and being consistent, having one meal per day done for you. And eventually, as you get more and more advanced for many years, you guys could add like 2 meals a day. And then once you get really, really advanced, at one point I was making 3 to 4 different meals to eat throughout the week. So like multiple recipes in one day for the whole week. But that's really advanced. And if you're not used to cooking, it's already so stressful. It's going to take you like 6 to 8 hours, and it's like no one wants to do that on Sunday. So if you're new to this, just something super simple, no resistance, one meal. Easy, light, nothing crazy, just high protein. That's all I would add. Here are some affirmations for you to use. I nourish my body. Food supports my energy. I eat with intention. Feed yourself well. This is video 9, intention setting and self-care. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. We are going hard. I ended up getting sick last night, really, really late Saturday night. We just came back from Arizona, so I actually woke up today at like 3 p.m. and then I slept in the car, and then we woke up to go get out of the car from the trip at 5 a.m. I don't know how my dad drove us 6 hours, crazy, in the nighttime. Me and my mom woke up at 5 a.m. to get out the car and to get into our beds. And I, again, have been sleeping since like all the way till 3 p.m. So I'm actually sick. And so I think my body needed to sleep tons of hours. I think we left at like 11:30 p.m., 12, 4, 5, 6 hours. And I stayed awake for like 1 hour. So I've slept so many hours, like right now, like almost over like half a day I've slept. But I still do not feel good. It's kind of crazy. I was doing fine. And then just literally on the road trip to get from Arizona to here, now I'm like sick. So we're gonna still go hard. Even being sick, we still have to keep our routines for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Our fitness, we don't ever skip. So even if you feel like in a lot of pain or feel not your best, we still need to stay disciplined, because once you break the discipline, it literally affects your whole entire outcome, like of your whole month, and even on, let's say, a couple months. Some people lose traction and then they take like 3 months, 5 months off, and they gain all this weight back. It's crazy. But even just taking off one day, which is why with us in our community, we don't take any breaks. Even when we're sick, we still show up. Even if it's light, it's not like we're doing it like an hour, 2 hour workout. If we're doing a 15, 30-minute workout, we still show up even when sick. So right now I just feel like I have, like my head has been like mad at me. It's like screaming and it's like sharp pains, and then it's hard to like function. And then I just have to shake it, and then just like, I'm fine. But I notice is when I get up too fast, my brain is like, no. And then when I'm moving in motion, like walking somewhere, my brain will then like scream. So right now I just took some medication for the pain, and then I took Dayquil. So hopefully I'm fine. My mom thinks it might be a sinus infection, because on the road when we took a break to use the restroom, so we woke up and then used a restroom and then went back to sleep, my dad was getting gas. I had a sharp pain on my left nostril all the way up to my eyebrow and to the top right here. Excruciating sharp pain. It wasn't in my head. Right now it's in my head, but last night it was probably like 5 to 10 minutes of me just excruciating pain, like burning and aching, almost like your ears pop. You know when your ears pop when you go like high at elevation, it's like popping in the airport. That's what was happening in my nose all the way to here, like the left side of my brain, like above my eyebrow. It was so weird. My mom thinks it could be a sinus infection like type of sickness. I don't know. We will see. But right now I'm feeling a lot better. That's why I jumped on live. I just finished organizing, taking everything out, and I'm doing laundry right now for Sunday. And yeah, I'm gonna think about doing a meal prep right now. Just an easy one today because I'm sick. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. So I'm gonna jump back on live stream. We're gonna meal prep together. But yeah, so even with being sick, if anyone is going through the same thing as I am right now, like not feeling your best, and you don't know really why, because it's something you're not used to or it's really intense, we still have to stay consistent and disciplined on our goals. Like we can't let this affect our whole week. We have to push through. So like at one point I was like, in the morning I was like really could not move. It was like hurting. And then my dad just left to go get my mom because she had to go to work. So she had to wake up early to go to work. So my dad just went to go get her food because I feel bad for her. I don't know how she's even doing it right now. But he went to go leave to give her dinner for her job. She's doing a night shift. So she's staying late. And so I'm here and I'm just like, my dad left and he had just made me breakfast and he gave me the pills. And then I started to have this excruciating pain again. And I got so angry. I screamed at myself, like, stop, like almost like I could control my brain. And it actually kind of worked, but no one was in the house. And I don't want to scare my dad because he'd probably be like, what is happening? It sounds like there's murder happening. But I needed to like yell at my brain because I don't know what's happening and why it's like seizuring or something. It's like excruciating pain just, and it's like a migraine. It's like the worst migraine. It just shocks you. And then it just like, you're like normal. It's so interesting. So I just had to like, I'm trying to tell myself, it's like the mindset to like, you're fine. like, I can control you. Why are you doing this to me? Like, it's not even, like, you know what I mean? It's like my brain that's like being affected. So it actually kind of worked, and I've been kind of fine ever since. So I don't know if it's the pills that kicked in or if it really was me like telling myself to be fine, but who knows. We're gonna jump after we do this one more series, we're gonna do our meal prep. So I'm pretty much thinking I'm gonna make a chicken salad or a tuna salad. A tuna could be quicker and easier, and due to the fact of what I'm feeling right now, it probably is best, but we'll see. But yeah, so this is our intention setting. I just want you guys to know that if you ever do feel lazy or feel in pain or feel sick, this is not an excuse. We can always use our mind and push ourselves to do something, even when we're tired. Like, even if I was like, I'm like, should I jump on live right now? But no, like, we can still push ourselves to stay consistent even when we're not our best. We should never let that affect us from not doing the thing. We should never use it as an excuse. Oh, I'm hurting, I'm in pain, I'm sick right now, I can't do it. You can do it. Literally, once you start doing it and do the motions of momentum, you actually feel better and you feel kind of more normal, like yourself. But if you stay like being like sad or lazy or sick or just uncomfortable, and just if you stay in that mindset, you'll just stay in that sadness and that pain. You'll just live in that and you'll like pursue that. So we have to try to jump out and be stronger than what our brain and our bodies are telling us. Of course, if it's super, super severe, obviously if you like broke your leg or something, you're in the hospital, you're like, you need to get like a cast. Like, you know, there's certain things, but for things like this, we can push past. It's not like we didn't break a bone. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're not like actually like suffering or like dying or bleeding out. So we can always push past and be stronger. And yeah, so even with everything, I know this week's going to be amazing, guys. We have to push ourselves. We're going to get more and more things done. Tomorrow, I'm becoming a new woman. I'm getting a new hairdo. So I hope to keep this hair healthy, this new hairstyle, and with me all the way to my 30s and longer. I used to have this hairstyle when I was younger. I've only had this hairstyle dark for 2 years now because of modeling, but I'm going back to my old self. So I'm super excited. So this week is going to feel very sun-kissed and alive, and I'm going to feel more like myself than I ever have in the last 2 years. I'm super excited. And yeah, I'm excited for us as a community. Whatever you guys have to do, stick to your goals, stick to your workouts. All I ask is Monday through Friday for you guys. And then you have Saturday and Sunday off to like not have to work out or do anything. Just relax. And yeah, I'm excited for us. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next one.